Aye. Cascades on it.
Me my Madagana, African and me free Madagana. Me pay woman so ye kama, Yami a chacha DNTM to Osana. That chichri me Omuntina ye prayer, Yandra suya, and yes, I that ye best say you. Red, gold, and green, me who wanna man feel. Love is the key. Love one another, that's the thing. Ghana na me free, me mine. Ghana na me do, me mine. Me need baby ako, me mine. Me mine Ghana. Ghana na me show, me mine. I hear na me bo, me mine. Me need baby ako, me mine Ghana.
Wafa buying eja padie, Papa John Mahama'S. You don't have 3 months, you don't have 4 months, you don't have 5 months. Yes, we're in 7 January 2025. 8 January 2025. Go after those people. Who's party near Musion Count over free one movement. Free one when I stand with one when
why? I hear about and then I'm
over to me.
50 million.
50 billion now more canon. 500 billion. The 500 yeah, MPC at home now. You bring us canon. MPC at it at home. You bring us canon. Would you mean that this year penny? Your tone or bring us as canon. I did Mahama'S in Ibrahim. Was as canon. What you say? It is a year I could to send Mahama'S. And then Ibrahim was said, one first as canon near to me. Aside that. Yeah, today you told you na team na set can. I around some na koso. The bet my and said you tete from her. Because you can hear ni bi omo na akodi omo. O je say, the bet my and you tete her. Yes, to pass yes no wo do no. Wo yare ani ndo no bia no pa ni anwum na. Sesi afiti andra no no ma no pa de anum anwum na de. Oh, eti chama utumi se wo wuo so aye de yenim.
I think to me, we're very, very sad that you are here talking. He was expecting you to sleep at Yoko with him. You abandoned him to sleep there. And today, you promised the people of Ghana that you abandon this chamber. You are here making a lot of arguments. Wontumi, you people should tell Wontumi his people are deceiving him. And he's sleeping there alone and they are here. Arguing for more holidays.
Honorable Dongo.
Mr. Speaker, that is what they made us believe.
Chairman of the committee.
We were surprised when they were sitting on the ground there.
Honorable.
But when we went there at 7, they had disappeared.
All right, I'll 1 hour with Munufi and we say we are home. And sorry, sir, I'm about late, but I think that we need to discuss something about Ghana. That is why I always come and then we do discussions about Ghana. Say another day, can hear me. Any William Munufi, I'm on channel 1 hour with Munufi. And then you're about to discuss. I will say if President John Dramani Mahama'S administration has failed, and I say they are doing something better. But you share your comment, bring your comments. Let's do all the discussions that we want or we can, because but who's ochia. I hope you understand me. Obi o trust no. Most often, na who's en achi achia. We need to tell the president, say, Mr. President, you are actually doing good or you are actually failing. But you don't insult me. Let's share this kind of ideas. Because president, who say, Ghana for any so, and Ghana for any so, we are the right people to tell the president what is actually happening on the ground. I'm going to show to you some of the things that President John Dramani Mahama's administration we need to be straight, we need to be frank, and if moving forward, no, so obetimi akora nema na wakora no. But yes, as you know, when you say Chairman Wontumi that so edaho, we intimi nyi Chairman Wontumi. Chairman Wontumi aka adwamu. Na ye nkone Mr. Chairman Wontumi lawyer say, e dey important na chairman aka ho a ya wo adwe mu be ka kire say ya ma chairman bail, what meet all the bail conditions. Yes, ye intimi nyi chairman. E ba cho ye Mr. Chairman lawyer say, e dey na chairman aka ho.
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you. And I'm very grateful to Honorable Brian Champon, who has supported me to file the documents. He has brought his documents to which goes over and above the value of money that is required. So I thank you very much.
So that means your client is going home tonight?
Oh, well, obviously no.
So when?
I told you that we encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward. In fact, they had agreed to do the inspection tonight. So all the officers are there. But the challenge that I faced is legal. We can't do it because, but I'm grateful to them. They agreed to wait for us to bring the documents for them to go inspect the properties. But we have a legal challenge. Unknown to me, there was an application to frustrate what we are doing. So we will deal with it on Monday. I say it is application that was not filed by my good self, but that prohibits us.
Is that what you're holding?
That is what I'm holding.
Specifically, what is it about?
I'm not showing you.
So hopefully by Monday your client will be free.
Hopefully by Monday, when this application is withdrawn, then we'll proceed to complete what we are doing.
I get that becomes a conditionality then, that if this application is withdrawn, yes, your client gets to go home.
Pending, that will impeach them from continuing with the negotiations. Otherwise, we need to wait and this application is taken and the results come before we can also come in. Because independency of this application, none of us can perform. But at least we have the agreement that we are ready to end. So but for this application, we would have ended today. Unfortunately, our hands are tied.
So unfortunately, his hands are tied, and unfortunately, our hands are tied. Chairman Wontumi lawyer, Ghana ni bi anim say Chairman Wontumi eche no ne lawyer ne papa yi. Papa yi say bail conditions no initially no na a problem ma Chairman Wontumi na ye nya nipa obeti be bail Chairman Wontumi. Na opreya enya nipa through Brian Champon ama yetime the documents aba. Say for me bail Chairman Wontumi a unknown to him no. Not knowing say another lawyer in NPP, Gary Nimakonso, ako siu Yoko ewo court. And based on those court documents, the court in India said me ya, yentimi nyi Chairman Wontumi, nti Chairman Wontumi beka sales ho. Chairman ba kope nsem bebre. Edi poti ne si ya, Chairman Wontumi lawyer wa fight all this while. Every 9 minutes na. Wanye nipa ibebe Chairman Wontumi ne baya, not to say NPP ni bia kwata chire, eko frustrate the system somewhere else. Lawyer ne say unknown to him. These were his words. Also unknown to me. Na Gary Nimakon akọ file documents bi court a ono kura onim say ye the asem na akọ court. Enti asem na ama his hands are tight enti enya de obetimi ayi Chairman Wontumi apie. Enti Mr. wo NPP ni na ohwe me a na motiwa mudi Joma ama tem say Joma ama na me enyi Chairman Wontumi no eye mo ankasa NPP for no na mo achi Chairman Wontumi aka ho. Mode Chairman Wontumi chi we in adan politics asem potin na emaye chi Chairman Wontumi no you people have decided say mon kasa asem no and mo yi asem na to nche na mudi NDC partem enne someone will say NPP for na ma che chama Wontumi aka ho e pa cho yenko ni yenko bisa gari ni makon say e die ne ba ya wo ko file documents e o court one more lawyer ni na odi chama Wontumi echi dada na amane na adu tama esi yi chama Wontumi na wo mom gari ni makon wa ko frustrated system no ama chama Wontumi aka ho $1 million, there's no teamwork in NPP. NPP teamwork in Asa. I was a 2 no 7 year NPP for there. Minimum no air doors on NPP. It is how NPP ni. Now I saw that question. I was a usu a chama Wontumi wa. And kosum mojo mamadi, but soon na bo NPP paying for nedi because they are the people right now frustrating chama Wontumi's release. Inti chama Wontumi akaho this whole weekend that ABA nim next week nebe na bisa NPP paying for. If I told you answer so gari ni makon so e kai ene atema gari ni makon edi chama Wontumi lawyer he say wa bon also onima de onim da we law school na law school no munyi no makobi if I told you ni listen to it very carefully gari ni makon nsema wo de tudwa
klokon ana chama Wontumi ni yere awesome but say there should be some clarity put to the public now putting the matter to rest. Then I said no, I'm not here that around the 3 o'clock on and Chamamu to manage you can share that. A friend said I was about me, some of the panel. I'm so make office until around there 3 o'clock. No, see you before now, Andy. Wontumi 8. I'm also the transfer money I casted the day before. And now I can't say no nine shelfish name come on you. And me professional. I'm the friend and the young Nancha cry. I'm there. Mafiaso. Some of them Mafiaso. They say him also boko. And I'm not sure my baby I could say. Was still no omitted condition. I'm sure I'm there Friday. What can I 3 days? Now, only she meet here now. That what you are. And I said, "You want to come weekend? Not anymore." And also, I prepare variation application, but on file. Now, so baby, any file. Now, the year probably, and you know what you file. No show or train documents for bill. No documents in the bar and sign up or file. No. Come here to say, it's definitely almost 3. If I could be about 4, also you never take it almost a doctor. You can't find anything. It's any about a while. So what I will do is I will file the variation. In case some of them will be now, and then one know what they are. Because when you file a motion on notice, you must give the other side 3 clear days now. You can't wait till Monday. We try to Monday. It means it will go to Thursday. And if I don't see it, period. And see how file it. And then, when I want to know the and one. And they go over the hole. And don't know how many maybe it about. So before the friend say interview it, I don't know what you say. The variation no frustrated the bail bond execution. Not how. The variation is only supposed to bring the amount and the conditions down. 50 million Ghana cedis. When you had a form, it too sure to be justified. At a form. And I did not question one pay or the whole shame was pay. So a lawyer should not sound and be waiting, say, what 1 hour train to say, when the document yako. In any event, a document are the coin. If the document can be the conditions are, and one I say my executive bond, then Tuesday no go do court no, or say I don't know because it's not an injunction to hold anybody's hand. So to say oh be a filing variation. Now after the bill execution is disingenuous, it's legally untenable. It's legally untenable because it cannot be said. We see vary the amount of money now see the say. Vary the amount of money and yeah. In the car, I'm outside in the car. And you know, me, oh, from ya, not so many teaching me, no. for me, the variation application can never and could never have been said Ebema will be any on sign be born. No. No, if indeed they went there, they would call everything in condition now. No one some call sign it. No, okay. And if the documents are there, that can be the condition 50 million now, and they are about one thing. And they are. So nobody should use any variation while applying to bring it down. No? And no woman actually a bill execution bond. No, it cannot be. It's legally untenable. It is legally untenable. Anybody, that is the whole thing. It cannot be, and it could not have been. It could not have been.
Yeah, lawyer Matthias said now.
That variation is an injunction application.
It was an injunction. But
they cannot execute the bail bond.
Yes, but then question be back from this discussion. They say, MPP Penimu, they say lawyer, they say Chema Wontumi, and the Yacheno. And then my air coffee, and you say be a debate Chema Wontumi now 1 year, but about politics. And if I say, a best say, what is the role of legal team? Say, who becomes the lawyer for the accused? And how do you wage the legal war? Say, okay, this is the person I want to be my lawyer. Number of mutation, I'm more shed to say, Bedru.
Oh, sir. What they own, sir. Say, assembly for party one. Assembly a party assembly, men and your director legal. I have to step in immediately. So, assembly for individual home. Now, this guy will write so okay, we are the person we are a lawyer. We don't say I'm a lawyer. I say anybody now, I'm in call because initially, no, not some other question. A chairman, personal matter, and I'm dealing with it. Until the wife and then the aide came to talk to me about the matter. I said, no, I should step in. But the thing is now being turned into a political matter. Why you turn into a political matter? I can't sit back. I cannot sit back and sit on concern. I can't. I cannot. But in me wading into the matter now, it's to solve the problem. That is all. And for me to meet here and they say, and I did not inform him. It's disingenuous. I can't draw and I get the public, you know. I can't draw. Ask him what I didn't call him. We spoke for almost 30 minutes. Ask him. It is ingenious. And I'm saying that there is absolutely no way else a variation application to vary the thing and bring it down into the terms, no, can frustrate a bail execution bond. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Because what we are asking the court to do is for the court to intervene. So, too onerous. Sometimes let's be honest with ourselves and to the people who represent. And to represent the client interest, I will also put the client interest in welfare. Yeah. That's how you come and talk. Tell the public of a question this year. That is all. But become I say, the variation application has frustrated the decision of the bail bond. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm called law school now. What are you talking about? Call other lawyers, ask other lawyers. Whether if you file a variation application, it can put the execution of the bail bond. Call other lawyers and ask other lawyers. Not even me. Not even me. Call other lawyers and ask other lawyers. All these things, no, meaning I am very bad. You shouldn't behave the way Andy has behaved. And I think it is very, very wrong. It is ingenious. It is unfair to the part of our profession. It's unfair.
Metana, is there still mate? What's the way forward?
Oh, the way forward, Mister. Document the Kurana. Almost say, I've called for it. I've called for it. You fear me, I've called for it. When the document comes, we'll take steps to go and use the document for the execution of the bail bond. If indeed the document can be the bail condition. Or in the alternative, the application for variation has to be moved for the court to intervene. Yeah. The document no how make medical condition now. It's simple. What the court if you say million a big limit here, not meet no sign. No now if I say go day. And no I'm do 8 o'clock no. If I say last submission, when I about verify document no. And you make 8 o'clock no. Last commission no. When I 8 o'clock about verify document no, I'm do 8 o'clock.
24-hour economic Well, no, ABI.
No, sometimes that's not belittle our intelligence. Some will be a family, and associated. About 8 o'clock, no so called. Put last commission officer was going to verify the document before about authenticating and not a what are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? No, we live, the real politics. We live the real politics. How? And you know 8 o'clock, Would like commission officer was going to verify the document no authentic, say, and so therefore document near Gatun until you can go home. 8 o'clock and not at 8 o'clock. Friday. Oh, please. What then? My head benefits some of us our intelligence. Why?
I was a for home. Enti chama Wontumi a waka ho no. What was the lawyer for me in the conto kwa wachiri? Gary ni makosi lawyer and appear could be someone abon odin trust the public no. So we meet be conditions now then o say enye no kre. Na ono Gary ni makonye ne no ko law school meaning say chama Wontumi lawyer na abon to onima sama waka. O say ka chense money ni tro enche the public no. Because when him say Wontumi nya be match am Wontumi a catch the Ghana for you na say my prayer Wontumi nya be ma me client no na ye hu ade be na nitro egu amanfo so it is away NPP ni na wo tie che na ye catch say John Mahama na chicha ma Wontumi aka ho a ene atema wati e kire wo say NPP mpanyifo no na ede diabolic way achicha ma Wontumi aka ho na na kan ya tiwa e kire ni bibi kakara se chama Wontumi pia obesu nyanza waka say hey me am go papa dey say enti someone lawyer dey appear could be say Gary ni makon e na macha ma Wontumi aka ho Gary ni makon say appear could be na abon e na ontimi hu ade obeye e na ma chama Wontumi aka ho enti chama Wontumi yere efa akire ba ono ne ho say onko fe say obetime yi ni kuna pie because lawyer ba akon abon obu hu ade a hoye ba on a more serious note. So when your lawyer name our client bail condition, you don't meet here. You just go to high court. And sometimes I do agree with Gary Nimako. I don't even know why the first lawyer can't pay. Because NPP for the years of money is our property worth of that amount to know. They had it, but Obia Suro say or they be called because call near beside say, oh yeah, then the property we are on Timinka. And then secondly, no more properties in Ghana, but Obia the air dodge. That is why they have decided to keep Chama Wontumi back in the cells.
Jimmy for party job. What's your PP then? Jimmy for party.
Until Chama Wontumi in the cheetah for. Na mo tia say John Mama no. Besera mo enye John Mama. Ma obi amfa na sem enko John Mama so because John Mama enye hwintia obi a. Eye mo party no. And because the unity enim na teamwork enso enim nti no omo ade a omo ye enne Chama Wontumi yere ne mma mu tia mo hwe ne ye eye party na Chama Wontumi kwatam ene mpapa mu Chama Wontumi na nkasa de baaye no that is what is keeping him there enne ono a obesu nyansa yo all right for let's go to the topic for today. And as I indicated, and they be come very simple bi. Na mpanyifo say obi a wotwasa no sebi yan ohun se na chiacha. So the question I'm asking is say, has the president failed? And also, do you think say on failure? Do you think say he's performing or whatever? That is something we're going to discuss today. Inti enye asem kesi bi na babeka. All right, Emily, see maybe he confronted Wontumi about it, right? And he didn't agree. Maybe nobody knows. A lawyer for now must Gary Nimako say Assembia. One say Gary Nimako, lawyer Gary Nimako, and make some utterance be initially. Or say initially no, ya chi Chama Wontumi no. Or more NPP for understanding say a boni be a Chama Wontumi nanka say di. And the Maya chi Chama Wontumi. Yet NPP for no more catch the NPP supporters say a John Mama and a bachi Chama Wontumi.
Minya Ghana need you. Because they said the one we never president. Minya Ghana need you. Ghana for Musorio.
Okay.
Ghana for Musorio.
Okay.
And before you know Musorio.
Okay.
And before you know Musorio.
Yate.
And you Munti and Mahama'S.
Dabi Chamai. Gary ni makosi enya MPP Fontina John Mahama ye o eye wa oboni ye wakodi. And these were the words of lawyer Gary Nimakon. Was it they understood say eye chairman Wontumi na private matter and amaya beche no. But chino mo say okay politics e be wuram nti my for party enkom. That is why he as the lead counsel for NPP and then wakodi nyesa anko onko. But just one ti woni ya. My main play that small session in Chile. Very small one.
And Chamamu to manage awesome. But said there should be some clarity put to the public now putting the matter to rest. Then I said no, I'm not sure that around the 3 o'clock on and Chamamu to manage you can share that. First, I was some of the panel. I'm so make office. Until around there, 3 o'clock, no, see you. Before now, Andy, I had to mount me 8. I'm also the transfer money I casted the day before. And now, like I said, you're 9 shelf is naming come on, no, see you. And see me office, no. I'm a friend, Andy, I'm a young Nanchakra. I'm there. Mafiaso. I'm a friend of Mafiaso. They say, so boko, and I'm not sure my baby, I could say. Was still no omitted condition. I'm saying Friday. What 3 days now? Only here now. That what you are. And I said, my papa next weekend. Manako anymore. And also, I prepare variation application, but on Friday. Now, so baby, any Friday. Now, the year crab and you know what you have found. No, so or train documents for bail. No. Documents in the bar and Sana or Friday. No, tell my yet to say, it's definitely almost 3. The record we have said about 4. Also, you never take it almost a doctor. You can't file anything. It's 10 years, about a while. So, what I will do is I will file the variation. In case some economy be now, and then one year, because when you file a motion on notice, you must give the other side 3 clear days now. You can't wait till Monday. We try to Monday, it means it will go to Thursday. And if I don't motion, it will period. And see, I will file it. And then, on everyone on the air, and one. And it go other off. I don't know what money you may be about. So before the friend say, interview, I don't know what you say. The variation no frustrated the bail bond execution. Number how? The variation is only supposed to bring the amount and the conditions down. 50 million Ghana cedis, meaning at the form. It's too sure to be justified. At the form. And I did not ask one panic or the whole was doing. So a lawyer should not sound and be waiting, say, what 1 hour train to say. When the document in any event, acquire a document that if the document can meet the conditions, and one I said my executive bond, then Tuesday no go do court no, or say I don't know because it's not an injunction to hold anybody's hand. So to say oh be a filing variation. Now I think the bail execution is ingenious, it's legally untenable. It's legally untenable. Because it cannot be said, we see vary the amount of mafamwa. Now, see, Nipan say, vary the amount of mafamutino. And yet, in the car, I'm outside in the car. And you know, many are from ya, not some teaching me. For me, the various application can never and could never have been said, Ebama will be any amount of be born. No. No, if indeed they went there, the only point making a bit condition now. No one some more sign it. And if the documents are there, that can be the condition 50 million now, and they are about one thing. And they are. So nobody should use any say variation apply to bring it down. And no woman has totally a bill execution bond. No, it cannot be. It's legally untenable. It is legally untenable. Anybody, who fell out that is the whole thing. It cannot be, and it could not have been. It could not have been.
Yeah, lawyer Matthias said now.
That violation is that an injunction application?
It was an injunction.
But they cannot execute the bail bond.
Yes, but then question be back from this discussion. They say, MPP Penimu, they say lawyer, they say Wontumi, and the channel. And then my air crossing and you say be a debate Wontumi now 1 year, but about politics. And if I say, a best say, what is the role of legal team? Say, who becomes the lawyer for the accused? And how do you wage the legal war? Say, this is the person I want to be my lawyer. Number of mutation, I'm more shed to say, Bedru.
Sir. What they own, sir. Sir, assembly for party one. Assembly a party assembly, men and your director leader have to step in immediately. So, some for individual home. Now, this guy will write so we are the person we are a lawyer. We don't say I'm a lawyer. Assembly by now, I'm in call home. In call because initially, no, not some other question. A chairman, personal matter, and I'm dealing with it.
Say, one more quab, woman, this is the person I want to be my lawyer. Number of mutation, I'm more shed to say, Bedru.
Sir. What they own, sir. Sir, assembly for party one. Assembly a party assembly, men and your director leader have to step in immediately. So, some for individual home. Now, this guy will write so we are the person we are a lawyer. We don't say I'm a lawyer. Assembly by now, I'm in call home. In call because initially, no, not some other question. A chairman, personal matter, and I'm dealing with it.
But also, what I say, Gary Nimakose, NPP lawyer, and say, Assembly by initially, no. What they understood is a chairman and Nankasa personal matter. Chairman Wontumi na personal matter means a chairman Wontumi na kwaye na de and na police for abecheno. So it had nothing to do with NPP. And the chairman Wontumi and now dawa what ya say munti and a jomama yem say no Gary Nimakose men kanchira was say what NPP for understood the matter to be say a wow personal issue. So I ban at the same time no NPP for more organizing and a beam munina mo organize ko gina say John Mama and a chicha ma Wontumi.
Minya Ghana ni bio. Because they said the one we never president Minya Ghana ni bio. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. NPP for nyina Musorio. NPP for nyina Musorio. Ayamunti and Mahama'S. The vice president da.
The chairman Wontumi was deceiving Ghanaians into believing say a NPP T and a John Mama yenesa. Meanwhile, NPP lawyer Gary Nimakose, they understood say a chairman Wontumi a wow personal issue. That is why I offer wow personal lawyer say on representative. Politics and on Matikurum Homoye NPP for
a Jimmy for party job. What's the NPP then? A Jimmy for party.
What I say? It is a way again in the one why be a sharper. Umbe used because of politics. Meanwhile, they knew from the onset say it had nothing to do with politics. Maybe Majuma, some of was say, all right, me that's it. You got your mama and so. About your winning, baby. NDC for one winning to be NDC, but please don't insult me. Let's move on. About your somebody, mommy. Ghana Nibiadim, right? The current vice president of Ghana. The friend, Professor Nana Chin. That is her name. One very big mistake I mean who about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, "Wama Ghana Nibia unwejuma Professor Nana Chin eye." Who be say Ghana Nibia say, I don't know. So a bit of us a bit do baby. Who be say Ghana Nibia say, "Omo the current vice president Dinia omuhu." Nti mami silent on kasa onyewe. Meanwhile, by convention, the vice president is supposed to be the head of Ghana's economic management team. It is a NPP tama currency ni saying na NDC for nye the subono ebo alaji do tamamudu bomia. Eba ne say na Ghana currency na stronger. Mami din ayera. Ye bo ato force yani abo John Mahama the president. But the convention, the measure, the measure Alaji, Dr. Mahmoud Bomiano, why are we not giving the same measurement to Yemami, but rather than Mamini Dinyara? But your answer, you can send it to me in the comment section. We are just analyzing issues here. If you also think that analysis na me, it doesn't make sense, please do tell me. Say, hey, Madam Fasma, it doesn't make sense. All right, you also think, say, she's not well, I do agree with that. But by convention, the head of Ghana's economic management team, Mami, and think about President D near about 14, you know. I see a didn't be better home. Mami Diara. That is the first mistake I see about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. These are some of the things I see, and we need to speak about it. We need to just be straight about it. We are here to say, me and this, if something is not right, I don't have to say it. Well, it is my duty to let the president know, say, I was here at my mini batawa, and yes, I dachi me some mini anywhere, Nidi Ebayera. And now I want to know beside Kwalabi or Namos, Ghana vice president, the only person people know in this particular administration is John Dramani Mahama. But sure, I need to be straight, frank, and then say things as it is. The NDC for. All right, Emily, see, you get the point, right? But it's just the beginning. Me person right from the onset, na yem for my mini entire home. Let's assume say I'm not saying say my mini be woo. No, I'm not saying. Ochina my America say be my vice president dia. Ubi say obi say, oh, na vice president be no head of Ghana's economic management team. Emma Ghana tika sem year. We should be able to mention this woman's name. That is my point. Esi ya dini di bata hon inse se bebo ato force ni ebo president ato force ni ebo president meanwhile no measure na ye de ma Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se eyo no e na ama Ghana sikasem ase no se ne Ghana sikasem aye ya we should give the credit to the woman. It doesn't matter se ma amene yare ya Alese Gwefia mo ho ma amene so wo team wo ho ona bo Alese Gwefia mo ene ye se fan se can say chief of staff ema the vice president, they are also there. The vice president also has a team. I dinechi. Yeah, Papa Alese Gwefia. I know Alese Gwefia personally. Omuni di Mahaminechi. And a whole lot of them. So Mahamini Niwa, we have people taking care of Mahamini Yuma. All right, Powerhouse. I do agree with you. But the analysis I'm not trying to say anything. We need to let the president know some of the things are oh yeah, party for no. Dodonano, NTSA is what I'm here saying it. I'm not saying that it's right, it's wrong, or whatever. But I like the way Mama Ade Nemano Hano. All right, then if I sorry say our mother prof just returned from sick leave, please. Thank you, Medase. That's good. I just want Ghanaians to know her name. Yemfani di emmata ni mapahon. Send be ya dachi so niwa ye be kaya no. That is my viewpoint here. If I show so what am I saying? All right, that's good. But your channel air 1 hour with the Monufi. All right, let's move on. I have another one. I don't know, but you might misunderstand me or you might not understand me. President Akwa promise Bono region say 5 modern markets planned for Bono region. These were the words of the president. President assigned a promise to say 200,000 hectares to boost cocoa production. The news here is, I do not want the president to become a promising president. Because it seems to say, President John Dramani Mahama has started to be promising a lot. If I told Mr. President, but break kakramaye, push and let's deliver. We are mistaken. Ghana for a bit that down. I'm one my promises is then at the end of the 4 years, 2028, they use the promises as a benchmark to measure you. President Nana Akufo-Addo, Ghana for pushing na mani benya nickname be na a clearing agent. And then some case here, the president Nana no promise from Obgojina be hwe mani manu promise mo. Mahmoud Bawumia was also doing the same thing. Ojineba be no promise yet they couldn't deliver even 2% of the promises they gave. Mr. President, let's take our time. Send a beya won so no unkonye the same nickname. Because for me, it seems the president is promising too much and speaking too much. That is why I said, me person kayete professor na naji ntonka so kakakra. We say ministers and enkasa kakra, and then the president needs to speak less because the president panyi dwere wi a na nsu asa or something like that. Abebu no me yebunu ni ba me ntanka ya bebu ni ye. And please, Mr. President, reduce promises na kakra, reform kakra. Na ye hu se ampa inya president bi a one promise kese but o deliver kese. I'm very straight, I'm very frank. Me NDC nipa obi ani obey that say me NDC ni. Me NDC nipa ntia obi o ni me NDC ni. So that is something we just want. We decided to give the steer to the president.
Me person mo first steer no emma.
By any steer na president, me pesa president be promise kese, me pesa president in deliver. All right, Karim said president never promised what he cannot do. But my idea here is say he should keep some of the promises to himself and then deliver. Na promise delivery na enkasa money ho. Instead of promising something, then at the end of the day, no, obehwe bibia be bom ama Wontumi deliver. But two different things. You don't promise, you do it. But when you promise and you are unable to do it because of something, it becomes a tag on you. That is my viewpoint. Kasim, I do understand with you. I know how John Mahama delivers. But me mpese ebeya to say the president is promising too much. He should deliver too much and then speak less. Not delivering enkasa money home. That is how I understand issues. So that is the second point I want to tell the president. So Emily say I'm right. Yes, Emily, that is something I really want to do. Now I don't know about promises to the sense of yeah, go about way. But me promises asofo, e promise him for. Eko wura shrine. The only promise I'm anti say Mahmoud Bawumia promise ni say obemo kwaku bonsa no moti bako eno de mante. But I saw him in the shrine. Mahmoud Bawumia promise here to the sense obetua ahemfo ne him kwa nyina ka. Osi mobile phone 11 CD. The man wana udi 2 CDs in the 2 years I been down between. That is the kind of promise mempe say ye Ghana for we push President John Dramani Mahama sa amane ko du ba bia obe promise sa promises ni bi. Pacho Mr. President, cool down. Ghana for we have the confidence in you. That is why we have given you the mandate. And then the absolute majority say adibia be yama Ghana a develop biana yama ye. Deliver and don't promise too much. Karim Medasi, oya dear. Karim Kasim say he now understands me 100%. That is how I want us to do the things. In two champagne phone, I tell them not to be promising too much, but we need the delivery, not delivery nankasana and kasamane. That is my second point. But your third point, appointments. Appointments. President Mahama if you no appointed 20, no 30. Why not catch a Ghana for so CCO? They say, what do you say? 54, so there's a 6 be a catchery. About your 6 in a way. Me, to be honest, when President John Dramani Mahama promises to obey 60 ministers, I didn't agree with him. Because now the Danko Akufo-Addo had 124 ministers in the boom mine. At least in Mr. President, what they call half. Nama NDC for Donan Enya Jumanya, but of course you promised. So the 16 be Juma, no problem. 16 a short 4 no way. 6 in a way. But your appointment, money movie. A man in Kodru level be say NDC for baby Mr. President. I have to be honest. NDC for the touch the aim say Yenya Jumanya and now my appointment. Now one say Pacho. 6 in a can or the fabra. 6 in a can bra. Na fi the yemke. Uma, we're also going to talk about the success stories that President did, but absolutely on this particular channel, my videos about how President has succeeded. But see, these are some of the mistakes. But yankane ne ama President ante now one solve problem now 2028. And one on the way try. Eddie Charles, you can understand. All right, so I shouldn't rush, right? I'll take it easy. A appointment and so on. president, simple mistakes. Be a confirm say na no kobo abaya ibidi ya. Yes, so your doctor, be so your doctor, me name there. I'm not going to go there. But who is making these appointments? And you, Baba, I can recount about 4 or 5. President appointee or more, they had to revoke the appointment. Some of them, we even came out to say, I need to man who's a campaign this year, and that's what we're by. But yet, why we any appointment? No, Abba, I don't have any problem. Let me tell you, let me tell you, we couldn't even say me NDC. I don't have any problem with that. But appointment to Mr. President, your appointment are emphasizing was here, Emre Party no. Send a 2028, and you go point ya don't need to say Yemmebre as the man says. Pacho, ultimately, Yempese 2028 bedroom. Now we are struggling to give answers. Pacho, Yempese ebe kwa appointment na ebe do 2028. Na fe die ebe man problem na fe die yi ano a enyi. Na kwa dan sem kese abeto party for so be na ye twefa ye bo. Na ye say na obi di bi fa na da bi Mr. President. Appointment no oh yeah tobo. President said, I get where you are coming from, Mr. Monufie. Mr. President will appreciate your input. I'm sure he is a listening president. I understand you 100%. I mean, yeah, why are there? Sometimes when I get feedback, say I'm a manager, because what I'm trying to mean, and your personal thing, but we need to pinpoint to the president some of the things now. Dache yanom boko akopeke edababe campaign tia yankasa. Because that is where they will come from. They will come from as my making. We don't know who say they will use some of these kind of petty things. Me who say neko muguso moye. Ena ma motoson ena president appoint omo ena national security ground ko investigation ye nchi obi enyede Mr. President me pa appointment no. Oh yeah, take your time. Ghana ni bi ase fata, NDC ni bi ase fata. Me nim school bi akwa school bi nko. That is not my idea here. But all my appointment time pa tobo. Na emaye nkope problem emaye se de be ya dache. Ye be san akọ defend this is say nka ye be kan sempa na aban na ye no. But when you defend ni me bi asebe mfaso bi ani so. Pa Mr. President, please take your time before you make appointments. Say nya wona wo yen so nipa na wo ye no ka kire ne say untonable because you were Juma ye 2028 is just around the corner. Now Juma pana mo bon, that is something we need to speak on. Now they are not defend their buying no. Emily, even if 56 and he's saving her money, I do agree with it 100%. But I'm saying, oh, the 16 in there on farmers also. Why? The bar was also at my neighbor. You almost break with 60 a year. Na who say be asa. Na endity for the mimi no be a neighbor be che. E be boy kakara. E be nyane there. If I just what I say. Hey, NBP4. All right, the go ahead him. About 2020 the first administration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 2012 to 2016 there was a very big scandal be a NPP for said that and the two president so the president akwa je car as a gift from Burkina Baby ho e mani be ye did sama election no e the boat here NDC I was a bit surprised. That is my viewpoint. Say president buy another obisi akwa chair president car. I was a bit surprised, to be honest. I have to be a bit style. I was a bit surprised. How come say presidents they can't find the channel? If I show you video way.
And as thank you very much. Yeah. That's it. How?
All right. And the Obi Koche president car. And a president, I could the presidential pool of cards, but I wasn't happy, to be honest. Say Obi Koche president car BM Amana 2028. I see a Peja BM. I wasn't happy, but anyway, about yeti yeni asem aka ya antini yeti na anyaba but presidency in Singapore no more adwuma. I think they are well and able-minded people. Also, they know what is good for the president and good for the country. So they accepted the gift and decided to bring it public. Send a ya omade babe Ghana for to we be chair president car, but President Anjamfa assigned the Koka presidential pool. No, well, he never seen aka. Emily, I say Ghana politics. Yeah, more body do. Me mpesa 2028 beba na ye be someone na do kan ye be ka bi.
I will say to the people of Ghana, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We are sorry.
Okay.
For the poor work we have done.
Okay.
We're going to go and think about ourselves.
All right, the me mpesa ye be repeat it the same way. Say we are sorry. That be say wow, but we need that one I'm sorry be I say now I just say what Jimmy. That is the fact. General Mosquito is school and prepare Jimmy. And if the word sorry, them in person NDC for a barber can be in 2028. Let's take this kind of things very serious. Now, if it is a president, we should start to say it. Oh, boy. Your mama, oh, boy. NDC for, oh, boy. Hey, when you get any view. That we are Ghana need. Yo. Hey. And you know correct. Gary ni makose ye wow boni ye wakodi na mama etwewo. Nti enye mama ngwase NPP for ngwase Ghana for ena enye bibia masa. For some of the things in our president, that is what I'm saying. Pacho, don't insult me. We need to be frank with ourselves. What I say, we don't have to. Was here dirty linen in the public, but I think say president to me quality those kind of things are a man of so much kama. Problem there were a lot of them. The president got the biggest test. Abra MP for years and ko nyi sameja mfiadi. Abra sameja mfi koma obi say agrada esika. I wasn't happy. Why must you give agrada esika? But these are some of the tests that yeah, the man the president I think say he sailed it through very easily. Yes, he sailed through, but these are things that when we do 2028 now we're going to struggle with them. So they should make sure say they work within Myanmar Ghana for pay. Send a bear intimate pay problem Myanmar. Yeah, take it our time. And then baby I will say almost 12 in the night. About 11:51. But here I am discussing NDC issues. Some come down, come okay, right? So some of the things we need to work harder. Now say catch up mind and say maybe how we are in Ghana for please change it for us. If I just what I say. So in the comment section, we can discuss it. So if you say what I'm saying doesn't make sense, you can tell me. If it makes sense, you can tell me. Because now the dango for this administration, so when you be my kind of question now, Abian can I don't find him guasie and be coffee. So what I say. It is sometimes who trust another who to a church. Some of us have to sit behind the fence and then tell you say, hey, Koniye, because Ochiano. So what I say, that is why I'm here telling the president say he should straighten up. You should be very careful because in the first administration, we don't have to repeat the same thing again. I see the yastic near the measure the quality because who NPP for that thing send them into opposition and then they are even struggling to call themselves minority. Because some of your micro, even parliament, whether they go to parliament or they don't go, they don't even exist. And then because of parliament, we can decide say we don't even need them. And then look at how Mahmoud Bawumia is even struggling to construct simple words. About my Ghana ni bikura ajatu se papa yi sebe yo. Mano da so muna so e Kenyans asem. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa concert party obi anti no. Because in the administration, they did not get some people to sit behind the fence and tell them, say, hey, maybe I'm more so you people have to be very careful and extra careful with it. But just what I say. All right. Enti Emily say, this is why you should rush him. Let the president check the people well before appointing them. If we don't want him to work with criminals. Exactly. We need to let the president know, say, some of the things now, repercussions, might affect. Yeah, it's how you can say, because somebody might come and ask you a question, or one we wouldn't answer from man. And we need to sit down and check all these kind of things. I see a check president and appointees, and then the person making the appointments. But my last point, Mr. President, Ghana for a table chile they are saying say one neglect no single appointment in a free abruchini be a meanwhile, but per the constitution of Ghana, NDC our branches our abruchini. And these branches in our Ghana, the same branches need to be abruchiri. In the executives in our Ghana, the same executives are abruchiri. Financially, abruchiri for contribute here. Social media say it here, abruchiri for to contribute here, but not a single appointment. And about Ghana need to be abruchiri. Into Mr. President, Ghana for abruchiri. Seven country was 2028. Mobile abruchiri. Among few. Straight up. Straight up. That is the message they have given me, and I'm giving it to the president. Ghana for some country and this in point for say 2028 or 2027. Oba bruches oba compare on we unya kokokora and bekasa. Executives in the Ghana or more organizing meeting now. And they are saying, say, if they are even going to organize meetings and some bekasa, they will negotiate with you and some of period. They might come as said as crowd with them and I'm Macachiro, General Mosquito, Macachiro, you're a fifi quality. Makachiro, Chief of Staff, Makachiro, President, Ahobrasia Kwanso, Makachiro said Ghana for NDC Panyi for executives and members in the world broches and men canchira mo say. Yes, it campaign season, what we say brochibiano, or Mumfiu, or Mefiunsua, they will negotiate, they will go on negotiation table with you people and some of them Makasa because more disappointed. That's it. I was for let me end here. 1 hour with Munufi. That's what I say. Medini William Munufi Amankona. This is the channel. It's on YouTube. But you won't subscribe, you subscribe. Wait me, like, share, and so I'll be very, very, very happy with it. 1 hour with Bonufi on YouTube. Sometimes I post on Facebook and then on TikTok. You can also check. But the live show here is just on YouTube. Until me that say, I'll take my time. Watching full him, full 1 hour. Now for the abe, can't get no gum. So what I say? If I will board you man, send a bit of bomb be any aje. Because we need to do all these kind of things. Now you pama korom phone kakara Africana. Because NPP party in there is a guno. But you be guna a me and they will as they say we correct the people in administration. Send by our China. Yes, yeah, baba ye compare actually Ghana near. You be a good measure. Either catch the Ghana and say you buy ye you can see be we you can see the be higher you can see be Ghana see that is the only means that you can campaign very peacefully. 2024 about 2023. Always an NPP for brand or mobile. Because they did not do well. That is why they struggled to even campaign. We do not want NDC to get into that trap. Because NPP has set a trap and at all. We need to jump it. We need to cross it. William Munufi Amankona.
Na tikana bedini ho na wanya brofo no me pacho de dikan eyenokura Exim Bank loan of 7 million Ghana cedi no ready.
Say chama Wontumi kwaje Exim Bank sika so de kodua aburo na ama sika na ama mesero o NPP ni a o tia yie na gari ni makose chama Wontumi na adwuma o sika wakwaje a wakodi it has nothing to do with Jomama. We are protecting the public purse. And now the government country you say, president, you need to protect the public purse. But and then another the public purse na kasan irae and Jomama call here ba. But if by no sisi kabia nshim. Nti baby sika na yera koye no ho adwuma na ye no. blame Romonacha and ye. Because public person a year, no, John Mama Cofaba. The ye be dosum. Never be a beer koi biano. Yakofiaba. Now, Mom, ya dosum no. We need to also match NDC boot to boot. Boot for boot say, yeah, my most say mistaken now. At the end of maybe 30 years, NDC go position. I will train NDC for the being Yabinka. Mr. This is one now with Monufi. Ti Yankopon Enewo Antenna. And that will be us. Bye bye.
What quality was share or pepper
Yeah, wafa buying Ejapade, Papa John Mahama'S. You don't have 3 months, you don't have 4 months, you don't have 5 months. Yes, we're in 7 January 2025. 8 January 2025. Go after those people. Who's party near Musion Count over free one when movement. Free one when I stand with one when
why? I hear about. I don't know.
Over to me.